This week we're going to build this model. It's an F1, Formula One racer. It's a Steve Good pattern. I decided to paint it. It's made out of poplar. It's kind of hard to pick a color scheme, but I came up with this after looking at some photos. It's not the best in the world, but it's better than bare poplar. So stay tuned. We'll look at the pattern. And like I say, it's all poplar, except for the wheels. I think they're birch because I bought those. But anyway, we'll get to the pattern and we'll cut it out and I'll show you how I layered it up and put it together. Well, here's the patterns. It's a very simple project. You've got just a few layers and not many cuts, very little internal cuts. You got two of these, and two of these, and two of these. These are the pieces that layer on either side, and this is the center layer, just one of those. And you got one of these on each side, and then you come out. You got one at the back, one at the front on each side. And these are the little fins, whatever you call them, that fit in front of the front wheel. And then this is the rear spoiler deck, which goes on top of these pieces right here. So this is something that has to line up properly. In fact, I may put these together and make sure before I cut these, because sometimes the width may be different than what he had it allowed for. And I may have to sand them a little more than normal to get them to fit properly, shape them and what have you. So I'm not going to cut this one until I get the body of the car together and make sure that those holes are going to fit. And that's the plan right now. Plus I got the wheels and the axle pegs, and I bought those. And so that'll do it. Let me get started cutting it. For now, this will be the only internal cut I have. I'm not going to drill these holes until I get it put together. Leave the pattern on the outside, which will be these two pieces here. And I'll drill those after I get everything mounted, make sure everything lines up. This is cutting two at a time. It's double stacked. But I did it with tape this time. I didn't glue it like I've been doing because just was unsure when I was mounting if I was going to avoid where the pattern was going, so I just taped this one because it's got multiple patterns on it. Well, that was quick and easy to cut out. It's very simple work on the scroll saw. Main thing is try to be precise so everything lines up. And right now I'm very pleased with the way it's lining up and the way it fits. There will be some sanding and cleaning up to do. First I got to clean all the fuzzies and sand each individual piece before I start gluing it together. But it's matching up very nicely, and once I get these three together I can make sure that my piece is going to line up on that before I cut it. So I'm waiting until I get that done before I cut that. And then I want to get these outside ones glued on before I drill these holes, because I'm not going to go all the way through. I'm just going to go deep enough for the axle pegs, which are only that long. And I want to make sure that they line up properly, because sometimes, like I say, sanding and shaping, you can get things kind of out of whack easily, and the holes might be in the wrong place by the time I get done. So I'll do that last, and I'll cut that in between. But right now I'm going to clean all this stuff up, and I'm going to start gluing it together. Well, there's the finished product. Not super happy with the paint scheme, but at least it's got some color to it. I looked at some pictures of some of these cars, and there was a black and red one that I really liked. Of course, this doesn't look exactly like the original, but so it's not quite as sharp. But anyway, I decided to paint this one because it's mostly poplar, which is not a real pretty wood, but it paints very well. Anyway, it rolls, came out pretty well. I'm happy with it, but it could be a lot better. As everything I do could always be better. Anyway, that's this week's model miniature toy. Hope you like that. And if you do, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe. I'll continue with a series of models along with another line of videos that I do. So that's 2 a week I'm putting up right now. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.